Hi, it's David Coffey from Bosley Real Estate. I've worked with many condo buyers over the years and they don't always agree on what they would like to find in a condo, but often they do share some common ground. So today I'd like to look at 5 different issues that many buyers find when they go out condo shopping. Issue number 1, too much hallway. In a city like Toronto, square footage is a very coveted thing. So you don't want a lot of your square footage eaten up by a long hallway. You'd rather have that space in your kitchen, in your living room, or in your bedroom. But a long hallway is just something that you pass through. It's not a space that you use. Issue number 2, bedrooms that are not enclosed. If you've lived in Toronto long enough, you will recall the artist's loft, which is a space where artists work and live. It is often open. The bedroom, the living room, everything is open. Now, in theory, that seems very bright and inviting, but in practice, people want a closed bedroom. They want the dark when they wake up in the morning, and if they are a couple, they also want the privacy so that one person can sleep and one person can get up if they are on different schedules. So the open concept bedroom is not really a big seller with most people. Issue number 3, sliding glass doors. Now, sliding glass doors have become quite popular. Developers often use them now because they can call a room with no windows that has sliding glass doors a bedroom because it receives secondary light. So it's a lot more common than it used to be. Now, some people are okay with those sliding glass doors, but for the most part, people still want a real door because they want to have their privacy. They want to have some delineation between their living space and their bedroom. Issue number 4, mini appliances. If you have flown in a plane in the last 10 to 15 years, you have probably noticed that your seat is getting smaller and smaller. That is because airlines are trying to fit in more seats so they can maximize their profits and keep the prices down. Same goes for developers. When you look at a condo development, there are more units, and in those units, you are seeing the kitchen becoming smaller and smaller so that you can maximize the space. Now, to make that kitchen smaller, they are often compromising the size of the appliances. So you now have ovens that look like they're the size of microwaves and dishwashers that are small and fill up after one meal. Now, I'm here to tell you, as someone who has been out with many buyers, they prefer real-sized appliances. Issue number 5, grim lobbies and dated hallways. Now, I am often a big proponent of older condos. I think they can be great. But if you have a condo board that has not updated the hallways or the front lobby in a very long time, it can be a real turnoff. So by the time you get to the unit, no matter how great the unit is, the buyer may have already decided that they are out and they are not going to buy this unit. So why am I telling you this? Well, when you're out buying a condo, you need to think of resale value down the road. Each of these issues are really not a deal breaker on their own, but you do want to consider each one of them so that you can make a more informed decision on your condo purchase. I'm David Coffey of Bosley Real Estate.